touched on play content in the overview video for the dashboard. I want to revisit that because, yes, I did say there were limitations to it, and I still feel that there's some extreme limitations that you have to know. One of those being if you do this browse files or even add files from Google Drive, it won't let you save the playlist. So whenever I go through here and add this stuff, this is an image, but it won't let me save changes. It says that local items can't be added to the playlist. So that means that whenever I go out of it and back in, I don't have anything there. So it has to be publicly accessible video and audio links. I think the whole point of this play content was to be able to more easily show videos in class and strip them of ads and things like that. So it automatically goes full screen, and it works out great for that. So I've done this here for videos. I've got 3 videos that I can show, kind of back to back. I can pick and choose. So like I can start from this video, I can start from this one, or I can just play from the beginning. And so whenever I do that, though, you don't see the video on your end. It's shared out through the play content, and so you have to be looking at the screen, so you have no idea exactly what's being thrown up there on your screen, which is fine. You're in the same room, it's not a big deal. The other thing that you'll notice is you still have these annotation tools and other things that you can use during this time, but there's another limitation behind that, and I'll show you that in just a minute, because it won't automatically switch over and start showing what you're annotating on top of. For instance, let's say I pause this video right here. That was, I have a point where I'm teaching. I want to talk about this specific moment in the video. So I do a quick screen grab, which, by the way, you don't have to save these. You can just X that out, and then it takes me to this annotate part. So let's say I want to annotate on top of this screenshot. The problem is right now I can annotate over top of it, but it won't show up on my main display. So even, whatever I'm doing here, it won't show up for the students. I could mark through this whole thing and it wouldn't matter. The students won't see it. They won't see it until I present my screen. And then from that point, they would see this part right here. So I think that's important to know, that they wouldn't see the screen sharing. And what I found is whenever you're screen sharing and then trying to screen share again, this is exactly what happens, to where it almost gets frozen to where it doesn't know what to do. So I had to hit cancel, and then I can screen share again. And this time it works. Everything shows up. But now my play content, whenever I go back to it, it's not going. So I have to go through and play the content again. So it just depends on whether this is going to be helpful. I would say if you're going to use it for this, you would be better off pausing the video, talking about it, and not trying to annotate over top of the video. If you were going to try to annotate over top, you would be better off just doing this within your browser and showing it. So I don't want to knock the play content as not being helpful, but at the same time, you have to understand the limitations behind it. Otherwise, I think you run into problems that you didn't know you were going to have. So whenever you're going through and setting these up, understand it works best for video and things like that. Local files won't save. Even Google Drive links won't save in there. And if it's just video content, you're going to want to keep playing that video content. You can still pause and things like that, but trying to unshare and then go to something else, you'll lose your place in the video, so it starts over. So as long as you understand those limitations behind it, I think this is a great way to strip ads from videos and also have it full screen where they don't see anything else, where you don't have to worry about it, but it's got to work for you and how you run your classroom. If you run into issues with this, or you want to know more, or you're thinking, just something doesn't seem right, just let us know. We're here to help. But hopefully this made more sense for the play content, and that it'll be something that maybe you find helpful for that special circumstance where you need these videos.